So we finally got to it. It's been a while, but the Umbrella Academy Season 2, the journey has just begun for us. I know we're late. What are we?
Always late.
We're always late. It's just how it goes. But I think it's something which we really do stand with. We stand behind it and we say, we know we're shits.
Yeah.
We kind of just take the punches as they come. Hey, NarendraTheComic and
India!
Or otherwise known as Nonsensei. NarendraTheComic and Nonsensei over here. Gonna be reviewing Season 2, Episode 1 of the Umbrella Academy. Now, the show, obviously, Season 1 was very, very good. Predictable in some ways. I think that we kind of know what the causes of the apocalypse. I think most people with 4 brain cells probably know. This one started very, very weirdly.
It started at the end, which I do not like. I don't normally like knowing the end point and then working your way there. I'm guessing there's a story reason why they've done that, the creators. Maybe it's because it's a bit more difficult, so they're trying to make the audience think of where things click into place as we get further along. But they've done that, we've only got 10 days to save the world again.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. That is the whole vibe of the Umbrella Academy.
Yeah,
it's
the immediacy of it,
Right?
They just put the ticking time bomb and it's like, stakes are higher straight away.
Immediately.
And I think that's a good thing with it, but I think it's also a bit bad because the way they've structured it is all the characters are fine until the end point.
Yeah.
Right? So there's no real threat while watching the show that any of these guys are going to get hurt or injured. You're like, they're not going to kill them.
Yeah.
We know they're going to get to that last episode of the penultimate one and then they're going to save the story at the end of the day. So the villains in this were out the gates, I guess. Is it the Russians? It's the Russians, right?
I think it's the Russians in this one.
Just popping off a bus.
Yeah.
And they got these bleach blonde hair.
Silver.
Yeah.
Targaryen-esque hair.
And I'm assuming that maybe they're the ones who are going to try and kill JFK. As in, we know it's not going to be them.
Yeah.
But maybe in the story, Diego wants to say, we just...
Yeah.
Yeah, we just went off there. There's a lot that happened in the space of 45 minutes here. So it starts off with the end of last season, them being thrown through like a time vortex, and them unfortunately being thrown to different times in the 60s. So some people have dropped off in 60, 61, 62, 63. The problem is... What's the problem?
The problem is there's going to be nuclear war.
That's the problem,
That's the problem.
I missed that part. I missed that part. I forgot about it.
That's where it started. So we got through so much in the 45 minutes that you kind of forgot kind of where it started because we were so focused on the characters and what happens to them in that opening scene. Yeah. So nuclear war, and Five's like, oh my god, we have to stop it. Hazel comes back and is like, Timer, we need to fix this. And then Hazel promptly dies.
Yeah, that was a shock. That was not necessary.
It really wasn't.
Get it done in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I assumed he was going to be like the buddy cop partner full 5 during this season.
I would have really liked that.
And it just sort of went, we're just going to kill him off straight away. I guess the thought is, are these Russian agents, are they potentially time travelers who are there through time, or are they just really Soviet soldiers? We don't really know.
See, I got the vibe that they were Soviet soldiers after, like, the briefcase, or after the knowledge of
But they shot the briefcase right away.
But I don't think they meant to. They were after Hazel, so it seemed. But in fact, they're after Five.
Because then they're after Diego as well. And it doesn't really add up as to why they'd be after him. Yeah. I understand with Hazel to some degree and Five if they are, like, hunting down time travelers. But at the same time, Diego's not really involved in that. Maybe he has, like, residual time travel energy
what I was thinking.
Of him. That might be the reason. And that's why they're coming after him. So they might try and go after every single member of the family. There's stuff going on. It's 1960s America, all right? It's not 2020. We can say, oh, my God, the world's so bad in the West with, people of different races. But, guys, I mean, the 60s were one thing and they were awful.
Yeah.
And you go back another 60 years... it's even worse. And you go back another 60 years and it's like, whoa, it's like we're in the fucking dark ages.
Yeah.
So, it did show a stark difference between 2020 in the first season and 1960 America, which I think is important to show a distinction because there are some people who believe the world hasn't really changed in the last 50 years. And I think they're pretty daft to believe that. Vanya lost her memory.
Vanya's lost her memory. Has she lost her memory?
Is she playing?
Or is she playing? Or maybe because she was the white violin when she was destroying the world. Maybe she doesn't have any memory of it.
Yeah, she could have just blanked out then.
Yeah.
And that might have been the reason why she has amnesia to some degree. So she got run over by a car, then taken in by a family to help her out in that case. Allison, sort of like a resistance fighter maybe in some ways.
Yeah. Civil rights
activist.
Oh, Klaus is just
A rocker?
struggling.
I don't know what's going on with Klaus.
Klaus is hustling people, trying to steal pickups.
Ben's messing him up.
Ben's not having it. Ben is really done with him.
It's funny.
So that's interesting. That's something I want to look forward to in the next season.
Yeah.
How their relationship changes.
Mm-hmm.
Because as of yet, Ben is dependent on Klaus all the time.
Yeah.
And I think Ben's finally realised that he can step back and be like, if you fuck up, you fuck up. I'm not helping you. Yeah. Which is, I guess, a part of independence that he hadn't had before. Bring time into it, and when you bring like magic-esque things, you have to set hard boundaries, otherwise it can become very murky.
Unstable and questionable with how they structure it. But they've seemed to have structured the time travel pretty well so far. And 5 just bringing the sass every single minute. Every minute that guy's on screen, I swear, he has something about him which makes you think, he's a dick. He's going to rub some people the wrong way, but I want to see it.
Absolutely.
You know? And he does it with every member of his family and everyone he comes into contact with.
Yeah, he's really aggressive. Oh, and Luther.
Yeah.
5's like, Luther, come on, number 1.
World's
we need to
end.
save the world. And Luther's like, fuck off, I don't care.
Whoa, you've been throwing the F-bomb like 9 times or something.
Sorry, I don't know why.
Quite a few times.
Can you
at
bark?
least.
You'll bark that out.
I'll bark it,
Thank
yeah.
you.
But it's just impressive that you're going there.
So Luther's like, piss off, I don't want you here.
All right.
Which is an interesting turn for his character, because before he was like, I am the man. I'm going to fix the world. All those things. And now he's like, I'm done. I'm retired.
I'm finished, boys.
Bye.
I'm finished. I'm going to go just do some underground fights.
Yeah.
And get paid and be like a professional henchman or whatever
basically
it seems like he might be getting into. So all the characters are on different tracks now. Oh my god.
There was one thing, guys. There was one thing that I really did not enjoy the whole episode, and neither did he.
That woman in the insane asylum. Yeah. I don't know if that's the correct
Sanitarium.
term to use. Was that what it's called?
Sanitarium.
With Diego. The British woman was so fucking annoying. Every time she was on screen, I said, get off. I don't like her. I don't like the way her accent is, because it takes you out of what's actually going on screen every single time. I didn't particularly like the way she was being portrayed or how she was written. Everything about her was like, get her out. Cross her out. Yeah. Cross her out.
I didn't understand. Like, I don't know why they didn't just cast somebody who was generic American accent, or why she didn't do one. Because her British accent just, it didn't make sense. And it also just threw you out of the scene totally and fully. Whenever she spoke, it was like, oh shit, what's going on? Because it just didn't fit. Also, just history-wise, you know, maybe there are some Brits in Dallas in 1960. But why? And then also there was this bit where she knocked out that dude with some clearly professional skills.
She knocked out a police officer.
Maybe it was a security guard with like clearly professional skills. It's like my mum taught me. But I'm like, so who actually are you? Why are you there?
Why are you relevant to this?
Yeah, so what is your point in
What's
this
your
story?
purpose? Because that was honestly so out of place. But like, oh, where'd you learn that? My mum taught me. It was like, get off of the screen.
You could have said anything. Or you could have just been like, I'm streetwise, or something else.
Absolutely cool with
Given
that.
a bit about your past or something. There was nothing. Like, there was nothing.
She was bland and boring and just void of any charisma or charm. Whereas every other character in the show, other than Vanya, has that.
I think Vanya improved also.
In this episode, it was the most likeable Vanya I've seen out of all of them.
I think it's because she's forgotten all of her troubles, though,
well,
right?
Maybe that's what was necessary then. But this bloody chick, I don't know who she is. I don't know if she's actually Hispanic and she's putting on an English accent. I don't know if she's South Asian and she's from the UK. I don't know. Yeah. But I wasn't liking her. I'm sorry.
I think they just needed Diego to have a girlfriend, maybe. They just want Diego to have a girlfriend.
Then make her American.
I don't know, guys.
Stupid decision making. Stupid. Actually, I'm not sure how many episodes in the season.
Maybe 7 or 8?
Maybe 7 or 8. So expect them done in the next, like, month and a half. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then Luther himself will come after you. Percival over there, the big arms from back in the day, Merlin. You don't want that. Do they want that? You really don't, so just subscribe anyway to avoid that. I've been NarendraTheComic.
I've been India.
Non-sensei. She's been non-sensei. You've been Graham. We'll see you next time. That's tomorrow. If you don't know, make a video every single day. I've been doing it every day for over 2 years now. We ain't stopping till we get to 10,000 subscribers. So do subscribe. Pop back again tomorrow for some more quality shitty content. Because we're hashtag never not here. See you tomorrow. More bakwas tomorrow. And bakwas means nonsense in Punjabi, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. See you tomorrow. More bakwas, more nonsense then. Skadoosh.